Global War 36 enthusiast here with Operation Skyfall, turn 9.1, Germany. It is July 1940. Germany has 4 tech roles. First, I tried for improved factories at a 7 or higher. PB generated a 1, so I failed. Second, I tried for improved construction at a 7 or higher. PB generated a 5, so I failed. Third, I tried for long-range aircraft. PB generated 11, so I succeeded, and I advanced to stage 3. Fourth, I tried for improved logistics at an 8 or higher. PB generated a 7, so I barely missed. So it's kind of justice, because last turn I had 3 successes. This turn I have 1, kind of evening out the luck. Purchases. I have 61 IPP to spend. I will purchase 6 militia for 12, 2 infantry for 6, that's 18, 1 airborne infantry for 3, that's 21, 3 advanced mechanized infantry for 12, that's 33, 2 panzer grenadiers for 8, that's 41, 1 medium armor for 6, that's 47, 1 anti-aircraft artillery for 4, that's 51, and 1 fighter for 10, that's 61. Combat. Okay, so I'm doing my Soviet surprise attack with Germany, and that means that German units this turn get a +1. German air and land units get a +1. And Soviet land and air units are -1. Naval units stay the same. From Western Germany, 1 submarine leaves port to A11 and goes 1-2 up to A5. From the other side of West Germany, 1 torpedo boat destroyer leaves port to A12. It and this coastal sub in A12 move up to A13. From Bavaria, the medium bomber and fighter are going to join this battle in A13. So 1, 2, 3. They will both land in Western Germany. So I have these 4 units attacking those 3 units. Now we're going to do an attack on A14. From Western Germany, the rest of the Navy leaves port to A12, picks up 1 infantry and 3 Marines, and moves over 1 to A14. And going into A14 also are 4 fighters and this seaplane on map. And the fighters will land back in Western Germany. I'm going to divide my force into a screening force and a continuing force. So I have, let's see what we have. I have 1 light carrier, 1 battleship, 1 battle cruiser, 1 coastal defense ship, 1 destroyer that's paired with this seaplane, and 1 torpedo boat destroyer. And the 4 fighters, and I already said the seaplane. All of that is my screening force, and I'm fighting a heavy cruiser, a light cruiser, a destroyer, 4 subs, and a seaplane on map. If they are successful, then the 2 naval transports will drop off 3 Marines and a infantry in Latvia. They'll just fight by themselves there. All right. I asked Hambone if he wanted to scramble. He declined. I want to say one thing about submarines. In version 3, you had to make a decision if you wanted your submarines to fight or submerge. In version 4, your submarines automatically submerge at the end of the first round. It's not a decision you make. They just submerge. Defending subs can only fight 1 round, and then they submerge. You can choose to engage or not, but you don't decide if you submerge or not. In this situation, Hambone couldn't decide whether or not his subs engaged because I have a seaplane on map, and that automatically engages them. This is a dangerous thing for me because his submarines get target select, and they could, if he rolls a 1, they could choose a battle cruiser, or if he gets 2 1s, he could choose to sink my battleship. So that first round is going to be a little bit dicey for me there in A14. All right. Next, from Western Germany, I am going to fly a strategic bomber over to Leningrad and attempt strategic bombing of that major factory. Now, Hambone he declined to scramble to this naval battle with his fighters, but he is intercepting that strategic bomber because of the Soviet surprise attack. He is at -1 for his interceptions, so his fighters are at 2, and I get a +1 with my interception value, so I'm at a 2. So he'll have 2 at 2, then I'll have 1 at 2. And my strategic bomber, if it survives, then bombs his factory. I don't get a plus to the D6 to do the damage. That's not an attack value like the normal attack or interception values are attack values. So just roll 2d6 if I do get to do damage, and then his anti-aircraft, his inerrant anti-aircraft gets to fire, and that is not affected by the Soviet surprise attack because it's coming from the factory, which is a facility. It's not a unit. So that's why it's not affected. Similarly, a fortification, if someone attacked a fortification on the first turn, they were attacking the Soviets, the fortification first strikes, the 2 at 5 would not be affected. All right, enough of my babbling. Okay, from Lithuania. Oh, this strategic bomber is going to land in Germany if it hypothetically survives. Okay, from Lithuania, 1 airborne moves into Podlachia. That is a walk-on. It's not worth anything. From Warsaw, 1 air transport is going to try a bit of a risky attack. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and hit Smolensk. I'll get boosted up to a 4 on the first round, and then I'll drop down to a 3. He'll be defending at a 4 because he's -1. He'd normally get a +1 for being in the city. So it'll be 4 versus 4. To win this battle, essentially I'd have to hit and have him miss. So chance of that happening is less than half. All right, next. From Warsaw, I've got my forces all set up. 2 motorized infantry, 1 light armor, and 2 artillery from Warsaw are going into Lubelski. Similarly, from West Poland, 4 infantry and an anti-aircraft artillery are going into Lubelski. And then from Western Germany, 3 advanced mechanized and 2 panzer grenadiers are going into Lubelski. So I'm hitting Lubelski with 15 units. If I hypothetically win that battle in 2 rounds or less, then I will be able to blitz with the light armor into southern Belarusia. From Warsaw, 2 infantry, 5 medium armor, and 2 self-propelled artillery are attacking East Poland. If they prevail in 2 rounds or less, then the 5 medium armor and 2 self-propelled artillery will blitz into western Ukraine. From central Romania, a cavalry and a motorized infantry are going to move to western Ukraine. I'm going to do this battle after this one so that I can blitz in and join that battle. And then from Bessarabia, 1 infantry will walk into southern Ukraine. And from Warsaw, 1 air transport carries a guy to eastern Ukraine, drops him off. That's a walk-on. That's my only walk-on that I go up a point, and he'll land in central Romania. So that moves Germany up to 55 and USSR down to 50. My last combat move is over here in the Atlantic. From Sea Zone A39, 1 submarine will move down 3, 1, 2, 3, to A48 and conduct convoy raiding there in A48. Let's roll some dice. The ones I'm worried about are that Smolensk attack is kind of sketchy, and the Leningrad, because he's got 2 at 2. If it's just average, I think that's fine. I'm going to do damage. But you figure the odds start stacking up when you have 2 at 2 and then 1 at 3. I'm going to dodge all that. All right, let's do A13. So I've got 1 coastal sub at 2. I'm rolling this separate from the torpedo boat destroyer because it could hypothetically, the target select could affect. This is a coastal sub. Now it didn't matter. And 1 torpedo boat destroyer. Yeah, it didn't matter. Okay. Then I've got a fighter that gets boosted up to a 7. Ugh, this is bad. And 1 medium bomber boosted up to an 8. Oh my god, I missed with 4 in a row. Okay, he has 1 at 2 with his torpedo boat destroyer. And then 2 at 4. Come on, let's just miss and start this horrible thing over. Oh god. Okay, so I'm gonna lose... I'll lose my torpedo boat destroyer. This is not a good start to this turn. All right, let's try again. Come on, planes. Let's hit 1 at 2, which is my coastal sub. Miss. 1 at 7, which is my fighter. God dang it. 1 at 8. Oh my god, screw these 2 dice. Those are horrible. I need to keep those for Vichy. Okay, he's got 1 at 2 again, because I didn't even hit him once, right? Yeah. And 2 at 4. Okay, miss, that's lucky. 1 at 2 for my coastal sub. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, shouldn't expect to hit with that. 1 at 7 with the fighter. Hit. And 1 at 8 with the bomber. Miss. Only 1 hit. Finally got his torpedo boat destroyer. He's got 1 at 2 and 2 at 4. This is cocked. Yes. Okay. Got lucky there. So he's down to 2 destroyers. Can I finally do this? 1 sub. Miss. 1 fighter. Hit. And 1 bomber. Hit. Okay, finally he's dead. He's got 2 at 4. Miss. Oh my god, I got lucky there because he had a gazillion shots at me. All right, so I prevail with 1 sub. The bomber and the fighter are going to end up back in Western Germany. 1 coastal sub, that is. Let's do a 14. Hopefully I have a little bit better luck. So the first thing I'm going to roll is 2 at 4. And the reason I'm rolling these 2 is the subs. This is the seaplane that gets bumped up to a 4 and the destroyer at a 4. So these are my only ones that can hurt Hambone subs there. Yeah, didn't do anything, so. Okay, so his subs, he's going to have 4 subs there. I can't hurt no matter how many things I hit. I have 4 fighters at 7. These guys, the first thing they'll hit, first hit has to be applied to Hambone's seaplane. 1 hit. Oh my god. It's horrendous luck. Okay. I've got 1 at 2 with my torpedo boat destroyer. Nope. And I've got 1 at 4, which is my coastal defense ship. Nope. I don't think I've hit anything. Oh my god. No, I hit 1. I hit a stupid seaplane. 1 at 7 with my battlecruiser and 1 at 8 with my battleship. So here's a battlecruiser. Hit. And here's the battleship. Miss. Jeez. Oh my god, this is absolutely horrible. Okay, so I got 1 hit and 2 hits. His seaplane, and then it'll be his destroyer. Okay, so he has a destroyer at 4. Miss. And very importantly, a light cruiser. He could hit on a 1, 2, or 3. He hits an aircraft. Okay, good. And then he has 1 shot at 6 with his heavy cruiser. Oh, I should have done the subs. Miss. Okay, but this is where he could really hurt me if he gets a 1 with his subs. 4 at 3. Jeez, no one can hit. I'm trying to remember. I don't think he hit me. I don't think he hit at all, if I'm right. So his subs submerge, he loses 1 destroyer and the seaplane. And then we start the battle again. Oh boy. Okay. I have 1 at... I don't need my seaplane. I can't do my seaplane. So I've got 1 at 2 with my torpedo boat destroyer. Miss. And I've got 2 at 4 with my destroyer and coastal defense ship. God, the 4s are just sucking this round, or this turn. I've got 1 at 7 with my battle cruiser. Ugh, everything's sucking. 1 hit 8. What are the odds of this many misses? Okay, 1 hit. And then I've got my 4 fighters at 7. Hopefully that'll do some damage. So I've got 1 hit so far. And I only need to hit 1 more thing, and he's dead. So here's the 4 at 7. Okay, so he's dead. He has 1 at 5. This is the risky time again, because I don't want him to roll a 1, 2, or 3. Okay, good. And 1 at 6. Jesus. Okay, I cannot complain, because I didn't hit a single, or Hambone didn't hit a single thing of mine. That is very lucky. All right, now I can do my Latvian attack. I have 4 at 2 versus 1 at 2 is this battle. So 4 at 2. I've got 3 Marines and a infantry at 2 in Latvia. 1 hit. And he has 1 at 2. Miss. That's nice. I would have lost a Marine there, so nice not to lose a Marine. And Latvia is not worth anything. Let's do that strategic bombing. So he has 2 at 2. This is his 2 interceptions with his fighters against my bomber. Miss. And I have 1 at 2. Miss. That would have really... I was joking around with Hambone that there was a chance that I would do... He would miss me and I would hit him. But that did not play out. 2 at 2d6. Be nice to get a 7. Oh, well, only 4. Okay. Well, the key will be, it will be worth it if he doesn't hit me. But considering how many times things have missed this turn, if there's any time that's due, I am due to get my bomber shot down. Okay, moment of truth. 1 at 3, and it is inherent. Yep, there we go. Bomber shot down. Damn it. Well, that sucks. Ugh. Okay, so... Ay caramba. What? Okay, now I've got... Maybe we could make up with a little bit of luck here. So let's do the Smolensk attack. I got 1 at 4. Come on. Yes! And he has 1 at 4. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh! Well, okay, that's fair. I would have needed to be lucky to have that pay off. Oh, that hurts to lose that bomber. What else do we have? We have this attack into Lubelski. So I've got 2 at 3 with my first strike artillery. Okay. Wow, man. I guess he could have shot me down, you know, or he did. Actually, I guess the 3s are rolling pretty hot. So I take Lubelski without a fight. That's not worth anything. And then I blitz into southern Belorussia with my light armor. That's worth 1 in southern Belorussia. So all those units are in Lubelski. Man, that sucks. Almost got the Smolensk attack there. Okay, so I go up to 56, and the Soviets go down to 49. All right. God, the painful thing is that I only rolled 4 points of damage for the Leningrad. If I had rolled like the opposite, the inversion of that, you know, that's 3 below average. Let's say I had rolled a 10. Well, then that would be worth it right there, but nope. Okay. We have East, is it West Poland? Which one is that? It's East Poland, yeah. Okay, so I've got 2 self-propelled artillery strikes at 3. 1 hit. That's all I needed. Okay. My artillery's been really good this game. When I was attacking France, I got a lot of hits. That is worth 1 for Germany. So Germany goes up to 57 and Great Britain goes down to 26. All right. Then I blitz into Western Ukraine with 5 medium armor and 2 self-propelled artillery, leaving behind 2 infantry. And that's another 1 up for Germany. One up for Germany to 58, 1 down for Russia to 48. Let's see, is there anything else? I've got my convoy rating. I'm gonna do that by PBE because I've been having inordinate luck. So let's see what happens in C zone A40, A48. So the red die was a 5. It gets boosted up 2 to a 7, and the white defending die was a 5. It gets boosted up to a 6, so he loses 1 point of damage. The ASW roll to see if he destroys my sub was that also a 5? Was there 3 5s? Yeah, 3 5s. So that's a miss, and he takes, I think he takes 1 point of damage, right? Because he's, yeah, okay, so he takes 1 point of damage from Great Britain. I think I have Great Britain at 31. Let me know if that's wrong. Did I do all my combats? Let me double check. East Poland, Western Ukraine, convoy rating. I think that's everything. Bummer about that bomber. Okay, let's take a look here. Non-combat movement. I guess I've got in Western Germany, I'm going to strategic rail 1 airborne to Warsaw. With my fleet here, which consists of a light carrier, a battleship, a battle cruiser, a coastal defense ship, a destroyer, a torpedo boat destroyer, and 2 transports, they will go in port in Latvia. This seaplane will come off map and land in Western Germany. The 4 fighters land in Western Germany. The fighter and the bomber from there land in Western Germany. Okay, I've got these guys here in Latvia. Guess I took this off, but I shouldn't have. He's got those 4 subs there. All right. I think that's, okay, non-combat, but did the strategic rail to Warsaw, went into port. From Alsace-Lorraine, is that on camera over here in Paris? No. Okay, let's do a strategic rail from Western Germany, or Western Yugoslavia. 1 infantry will strategic rail to Paris. And then from Alsace-Lorraine, 1 infantry will move into Paris. And from Bavaria, 1 infantry will move into Alsace-Lorraine. All right. From Slovakia, 1 airborne infantry will move down into central Romania. From Western Yugoslavia, I've got 2 more strategic rails, right? I sent 1 airborne to Warsaw, that was 1, and then I took 1 infantry from Western Yugoslavia over to Paris, that was 2. 3, 4 are these 2 cavalry will strategic rail to Bessarabia. And then from Eastern Yugoslavia, these 2 cavalry will just walk to Bessarabia. From Eastern Yugoslavia, these 2 infantry will move over to Western Yugoslavia. All right. Is that everything? Oh no, from Central Romania, 4 infantry will move into Bessarabia. All right. So, got a lot of planes in Western Germany. I don't think I need that many planes. One of the fighters that was here in A14, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll land in Warsaw. Okay, placement of units. In Denmark, I will put 1 militia. In Belgium, I'll put a militia. In Picardy, a militia. In Normandy, a militia. And in Aquitaine, a militia. I'll put a fighter in Paris. In Warsaw, is that on camera? I will put 1 medium armor. Oops, that could have been bad. In Eastern Germany, I'm putting 3 advanced mechanized and 2 Panzer Grenadiers. In Bavaria, I'm putting an infantry. In Western Germany, an infantry and an anti-aircraft artillery. All right. I've got a airborne. That's going to go in Central Romania. Is that on camera? Yep, it sure is. And Western Yugoslavia will get a militia. Collect income. Germany is at 58, plus 3 for Sweden, plus 3 for Romania is 64. All right. Vichy recruitment. Vichy needs a 2, and Spanish nationalists need a 10. PBE it, and we get a 5 for Vichy and a 1 for Spanish recruitment. So Madrid gets another infantry. That puts Madrid up to 13 infantry. All right. Disposition of forces. Let's see here. Sorry about this focus. Okay, that's better. Way up in A5, there's a sub. In Denmark is a militia. In Western Germany, 3 infantry, an anti-aircraft artillery, a seaplane, 4 fighters, and a medium bomber. In Berlin, a militia. In Eastern Germany, 3 advanced mechanized and 2 panzer grenadiers. Bavaria, an infantry. Alsace-Lorraine, an infantry. Belgium, a militia. Picardy, a militia. Normandy, a militia. Aquitaine, a militia. Paris, a militia. 4 infantry, 2 self-propelled artillery, and a fighter. Let's see. Western Yugoslavia, 1 militia, 3 infantry. Central Romania has 2 airborne infantry, an air transport. I forgot about that fighter. A German fighter. Well, that's negligent. The Italians have 2 fighters, a seaplane, and a medium bomber there. In Bessarabia, I have 4 German infantry, 4 German cavalry, an Italian infantry, an Italian cavalry, an Italian motorized infantry, Italian anti-aircraft artillery. In C-Zone M10, I have a destroyer and a torpedo boat destroyer. In Eastern Ukraine, there's an airborne. In Western Ukraine, there's a cavalry and a motorized. In Southern Ukraine, there's an infantry. Also in Western Ukraine, I said there's a cavalry and a motorized, but there's also 5 medium armor and 2 self-propelled artillery. In East Poland, there is 2 infantry. In Warsaw, there is an air transport, an airborne, a fighter, and a medium armor. In Lubelski, there are 14 units. Let's see, it's 4 infantry and that's Podlachia. 4 infantry and anti-aircraft artillery, 2 panzer grenadiers, 3 advanced mechanized, 2 motorized, and 2 artillery. Yep, 14. Podlachia has an airborne. Southern Belarusia has a light armor. What do you call this? Latvia has has 1 infantry, 3 marines, 1 battleship, 1 light carrier, 1 battle cruiser, 1 coastal defense ship, 1 destroyer, 1 torpedo boat destroyer, and 2 naval transports. Interesting. Sorry for this delay. 22 pips. He doesn't have an airborne, right? Does he have an airborne? I don't think the Russians do have an airborne. Sorry for this delay, thinking about Latvia. Two hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's think about this. So sorry. I probably should just change my non-combat after this turn. But let me just see if I can do the math in my head here. Two to 2 has to take a plane. Nope, I'm gonna stand pat. Yep, I'm feeling okay. Maybe there's something I'm missing, but I'm feeling okay. All right, I think Next, I think that's it for disposition. Next up is hand boom with turn 9.2 CCP and 9.3 USSR.